What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. It is a chilly day out here in Oregon. It's probably around 40 degrees, which doesn't sound all that cold to a lot of you guys out there. I grew up in Colorado where we get into the negatives and below freezing all the time. But 40 degrees when it's got some decent humidity in the air is miserable. Be completely honest, I really didn't feel like being out here working today. But like I always tell you guys, try to get a little bit done whenever you can. So that's what I'm trying to do today. As I'm sure you can probably tell by the video, we're going to be finally replacing the dash cover in the truck. So not a really huge project. It's just kind of one of the things that's got a couple miscellaneous stuff to take care of. That's kind of a pain. But I figured today's a good time to do it. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Basically nothing's going on today. So I'm going to try to knock this out today so then I can get a video out for you guys this weekend. So going to suffer through the cold a little bit to try to get it done. For those of you that don't know, I drive a 2000 7.3 liter Power Stroke right there. That's my truck. Kind of all the stuff I do on this channel is based around that truck. Got a lot of stuff done to it, but if you're familiar with these trucks, you'll know that they don't really come. They kind of come with a DIN and a half radio, and you can't fit a double DIN radio in there as it is, and you got to get an adapter plate for a single DIN, like the previous owner of this had. You can see right there. It's just kind of got the adapter up in the radio. So what I'm going to be, I've already shown this in a video, but I'll try to do a quick overview of it on this one. What I'm going to be doing is actually cutting out and showing you guys how to cut your factory dash to fit a double DIN radio. And then I got a couple extra holes and stuff for switches, all my aftermarket stuff that I got to put into this. Nothing all that complicated. I'm not going to go into extreme detail because there's a lot of videos out there, but I do want to show you guys where and how to cut that. And that's kind of the main thing. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory, how to get the dash out, how to get it back in. So I don't want this video to be going on way too long. So I think I'm going to go hop in the truck, pull the old dash panel out, and then we'll get to work on cutting and drilling our brand new dash panel to put the radio in, or to put it back in. I did ask your guys' opinion in my last video on whether I should paint match this dash panel to the truck. A lot of you guys said yes. A lot of you guys had a really good idea, which I hadn't thought of, was to take my old dash panel out and paint that first. I'm going to be getting rid of it anyways, and if I don't like it, then I'm not painting my brand new one. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. To be completely honest, I'm not sure when that's going to happen because it's going to be getting colder and colder. Painting in the cold is not ideal conditions, and I don't have a nice heated work area. So for now, we're going to be putting the new dash pad in. The old panel, I'm sure I will do a test paint on it at some point. I'm not sure when. We'll see. Maybe we'll get a nice warmer day. But for now, I'm going to get this in, show you guys how it turns out, show you guys how to do it. Let's go get to work. Alright, so we're here in the truck. I'll give you guys a quick overview of what it takes to get this out. It's all pretty simple. For the most part, it all just kind of clips into place with plastic clips or metal / plastic clips. Obviously, I have my upgraded radio in here and those aftermarket switches that I was telling you guys about. So that's, I'm going to have to drill some holes for these and do the cutting for the factory radio. So quick overview. If you still have your factory radio in here, you'll have to get the two-prong tool for each side to pull it out. It can be really stubborn if it's never come out before, but it should come out. You can just pull it out towards you, and then often, if it's never been taken off before, you have 1 or 2 screws or bolts going up into the dash, and sometimes you can get them out with those staying in. They're just kind of pressure fitted in into slots. But if it seems really stuck, check to make sure those are at least loose. You're going to have 2 wire connections there. One for your a 12-volt plug, one for your airbag seat. This is another reason I'm replacing my dash, is because the actual mounting locations back behind there broke. So mine's kind of stuffed behind the dash, so I don't have a light. But you'll have plugs for that. Obviously the plugs on the back of your radio. if you have a 4-wheel drive selector, it's going to be right here. You'll have a plug back there. And then you have your light plugs here. My recommendation is to pull the dash forward a little bit and then reach around behind right there to unplug them, and then you can get it out. The last little bit is this little panel here on the side just pops off. You just put a little screwdriver or something in on this closest edge and it pops right on, pops right off. Other than that, everything is held together by clips, so it's pretty darn easy to do. I'm just going to set you guys up and let you guys kind of watch. You probably won't have a great angle of it, but I'll see what I can do. One last thing I forgot to mention, a lot of people ask me with the kit that I got, how do I take the radio in and out? Some people say it's impossible. All you have to do is take like a screwdriver or something. Obviously be careful when you're prying on plastic. I'm a little nervous right now because it's actually cold out. But take a screwdriver and this little ear here and the same thing on the other side. Kind of pull them in and pull the radio towards you. Nothing complicated. It just pops in and out or snaps in and out of place. Be careful, but it's not all that hard. I have this, both the radio and the install kit linked down in the description below if you guys are interested. The radios, I'm not sure if they're for sale anymore. Install kits, they're the best ones out there that I can find for these trucks. They look the most factory, in my opinion, and they're super cheap. So if you're interested in them, they're linked down below. All right, now back to work. Alright, so here you guys go. Here's a look at what kind of cutting needs to be done. Obviously, I got my old dash up here, new dash down here. So up here you can see there's that trimming marks you see there, as well as along that line. And what you're seeing cut is this little lip up here on the top and the same lip down here on the bottom. You just want to cut those completely flush. The side ones stay the same. It's just that little tiny top lip up there and the bottom lip down there. That is literally all the trimming you need to do to fit a double din radio into these trucks. Nice tight fit, looks clean. You don't need to do any extra work around the edges, just those top lips.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Alright, just like that, got it all wrapped up, looking pretty. Changed the layout of them a little bit, and right as I finished it all up, I realized maybe it would have been better to put this on the bottom so the cord doesn't hang down over the switches, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I put the switches down below because they're actually harder to see. I usually don't see down this low behind the steering wheel, and these switches are a little bright. But it is what it is. Overall, I think they turned out pretty good. Spacing's not 100% perfect, but it's pretty darn good. I was so close to cutting this one too big. Just barely enough material to fit, but I think that'll be just fine. So, I think it's all good to go. You can see, use the Dremel oscillating cutter to cut out the top and bottom. That should be good to go. I'll be putting in the new window switch, or the new light switch over there, replacing the 12 volt on this one, and then it's all good to go. I'll throw this back in the truck and show you guys what it looks like once it's all buttoned up. Well, all right, guys, it is the next day, as I'm sure you can probably tell. Got the dash all completely reinstalled, looking good, functioning good, all good to go. Except for one minor thing, but by the time I finished it up last night, it was too dark for you guys to get a really good look at it, so I figured I'd just wait till today. It is another cold, rainy day here in Oregon. I was just out at the property I'm looking at trying to buy out in the rain. It's a little chilly, so I'm going to make this short and sweet, and then go inside, edit the video, and relax in the nice warm house. But overall, turned out pretty good, so let me show you guys what we're looking at. Alrighty, here we go. Voila, it looks just like it did before without any broken clips. Got my airbag switch back where it should be. Got these lined up in a different orientation. Not 100% sure how I feel about it yet, but I'm not going to be changing it anytime soon, so it is what it is. Doing it all again. Probably would have moved this up a little bit higher, but all in all, it really isn't in the way. I was concerned that the cord would hang down and kind of get in the way of working all the switches, but it's honestly totally fine. So that's all good. No worries there. Radio installed right back where it should be, looking all nice and clean. Now on this lip, on my old one, I accidentally nicked this little bottom trim part and it just bothered me. So now that all looks nice and clean, other than the radio being all dusty. Got the Hydra chip back installed over there. The switch over here. Still got to do a little bit of cleaning on this thing. It's all dusty and whatnot, but overall it's in good shape. Now, of course, literally as soon as I press the last clip back into place, my brother goes, "Hey, did you realize those vents are different colors?" Black, gray. Black, gray. So, at some point, I will be taking this dash back off again, which I figured I would at some point, and I'll be switching those back out for black, and I think it will look better. Obviously, all of this is lighter gray than this. You can kind of see up there. It's all lighter gray. I know it's kind of hard with the light coming in from the window, but at some point I'll switch these out for the black vents, and I think that'll look better. But I'm not too concerned about it right now. At some point, I do have a bulb out on the left side of my gauge cluster, so I'm going to be opening it back up at some point anyways. So, not worried about it. It's just kind of one of those things that literally, as soon as I wrapped it up, hey, did you know those were different colors? No, I had not noticed that. But there you go. That's it. Pretty simple video this time around. This was just kind of one of the things I needed to do. Something I really wasn't feeling all that motivated to do. So I just kind of made myself get out here and do it. And it's nice to have it done. Nice to not have any cracks. The panel's all nice and tight and snug again. Not moving around or wiggling around at all. Looks good. So I'm happy with it. It's all in the little details. And now I don't have any cracked panels or broken clips anywhere on the inside of my truck again, which is a good feeling. Not that they really make that big of a difference. It's just kind of feels good to know that it's all back to how it should be. So happy to have it done. Like I said, I'll probably, I don't know how soon it will be, but probably be painting that old dash just to see how I like it, see if I like that color. It might be a little too much in here, especially since nothing else is color matched. Not entirely sure yet. I haven't decided. I know a lot of you guys wanted to see it, so I'll at least be painting that extra one to see how it turns out. And if I like it, I'll probably do this one, and if I don't, then I'll keep this one as is. I think that's going to be it for today's video. Like I said, I was down looking at the property I'm trying to buy. Still trying not to get my hopes up too much, but things are moving in the right direction. Things continue to go well. I think I have a possibility of owning it before New Year's, which would be pretty awesome. Like I said, that's going to be bringing some big changes to the channel. I'm still going to be doing truck stuff. Don't worry, I'm not getting rid of that, but we will be bringing in a lot more other content to the channel that I am really interested in, and I hope you guys are interested in as well. Coming up here sometime pretty soon. It was actually supposed to happen tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to happen this weekend. I got a buddy that's throwing in some new injectors into his truck, his OBS truck, throwing in some pretty big hybrids. Nothing crazy by any means, but they are large, on the larger side for 7.3 injectors. So we're going to be throwing those in sometime soon. Don't think we're going to have the tuning in by tomorrow, so it probably isn't going to happen tomorrow because they need custom tuning. And it is a holiday week, which makes it a little trickier. So I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow, but it should be happening sometime in the near future. So my last injector video was not the best of quality, so I'm hoping to go back through and completely redo it and make a new injector video, higher quality, better details, showing you guys how to fully go through and change out the injectors on a 7.3. Obviously, it's a little different between Super Duties and OBS's, but it's not that big of a difference. Gets the point across either way. So be looking for that video in the near future. I'm excited to do it, and I know my buddy is excited to get them into his truck. It's kind of a unique situation, so we'll talk about that as when the time arises. With that, I think I'm going to close out this video. Hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I know I did. Got to have some family back in town that I haven't seen for quite a while. Brother that's in the Marine Corps, I haven't seen him in quite a while, so it was good to see him again. Hopefully you guys all had some good time with your family as well. We're moving into my most favorite and least favorite part of the year, the rainy season for Oregon, but it is Christmas time. So I think I'm probably going to be throwing in some Christmas music with this video, the start of that, before I run out of time to do it. So you guys are going to get to listen to some Christmas music, I think. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you don't, I will, and that's all I care about right now. So as always, if you guys like the video, leave it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Pretty simple install, but feel free to shoot me any questions you have. Catch you guys in the next video.